Hello, this is Sybil, and I'm here to answer your questions. Let's look at political and spiritual issues. Kankles, his health, how is he doing now? And how long is he going to stay in? Because I have not seen him doing his full term. I saw in August, I made a video, The End of an American Presidency, and I'm still standing by that. It's just a matter of time. But let's look at how he's doing and how he might be removed. I feel like he's oblivious right now. Also, this shooting, I want to look at that. It feels like a setup. It feels like something is wrong. It's just the timing, the person, we're not getting information. Yeah. I did a reading earlier this week saying cabinet falling apart, GOP resigning. I still feel like that's happening. I feel like he's oblivious. He doesn't realize he thinks he can just sign executive orders or do whatever he wants by himself and that he's going to be fine, and he's not fine. Um, Okay, let's also look at the election with Afton Bain in Tennessee, December 2nd. That looks really close, and we'll answer your questions that you left on my community page. Okay, so first of all, let's tune in to Kankles, his health, his his state of mind. I see him, and he looks like he's alone. He looks like I said, like he's oblivious. He can just to what's going on with. He doesn't want to believe the poll numbers. He thinks he can just say things, and he's always gotten away with whatever before, so he thinks he can do it again, and it's not going to work this time. When do I see him leaving? Could be December, at the latest by June. And I know people want him gone now, and that upsets people, but I can't change that. I can only tell you what I'm looking at. And that's what I was looking at earlier this year and have been looking at, that he wouldn't finish his full term. And a lot of people have seen the White House empty. And that, when I hear what people are reading and it clicks with me, I feel like that could be a metaphor for people just resigning or being fired, his cabinet, and they're all in legal trouble, some more than others. And God, it's just, and he's torn apart the East Wing. Now, I feel like I don't know if he's in Mar-a-Lago today. Let's look at how he's doing. But it feels like, he keeps promising, I'm going to roll back the tariffs. Well, why did you do the tariffs? And now we have so much money, we're going to take away income tax. Look, 2 weeks ago, he was going to send everybody a check. He was going to pay for your health care. I feel like they might still try to last minute throw some things together to save things with bills like something with healthcare, but I don't feel like it's the Republicans that are there. They might vote to do. We'll see if we have time to look at healthcare again. But a lot of the things he's promising, he just he forgets. They're not really. He just is thinking these things. He hasn't really have a plan. He doesn't talk to his advisors and his, how do we do this? Let's make this happen. It's just an idea, and then it floats away till the next idea. Some things get the auto pen or the signature, sorry, but that doesn't mean that they're law or that they're doable. It's just he doesn't have the power to just unilaterally say no income tax. And where's all this money he's talking about? I mean, it's bizarre. It's insane. We're living through a period of history that there will be books written, movies made about this. We're living through a time in history that is people are going to be studying this and talking about this and looking at this for decades to come. This is quite astonishing and quite bizarre that this could happen. But the thing is, the American people are pushing back. And also, the problem isn't really him. He seems to be at the center of it, and removing him is imperative. But it's really his backers, the people who are the billionaires and the corporations who are pushing this stuff, who are allowing. So really, it never was that your job or the income, the economy was terrible because of immigrants, or that you weren't safe. That wasn't. Yes, there are crimes. Everybody in any. I mean, not everybody, but every group of people does commit some crimes. I mean, it just. Um, so they've, hauling away people, breaking up families, being violent with American citizens and immigrants. And the economy is not any better at all. And so, who really is taking the jobs? Who is not paying you enough? It's billionaires. It may be AI. It may be that we set up a system where you can have AI do your job, but you get a check. I mean, because there has to be a way for society to work. If you just push all the money up to the top and everything else falls apart, it doesn't, I guess you could have kind of like a third world country where they don't care if people live or die. Sorry to tell you that, they don't. They just want to have everything, and they have propaganda and news stations and people, bots. Now we're finding out bots from other countries are tweeting, things, and made probably on TikTok or wherever else, telling people misinformation to try to get them to believe that it isn't them, when they're the ones that are making billions of dollars and everybody else is having to work harder and be pressured or maybe even go without. So that's really the whole. And Kankles was like their criminal spokesperson, person that they could put out there. But it's not working because the American people are not cowards, and we are not stupid, and we are pushing back. Yeah, and MAGA's kind of falling apart. He's the one that's a pedophile. He's the one that's protecting other pedophiles. He's the sex trafficker. Not the immigrants aren't. I mean, there is some trafficking, okay, and we don't want criminals here, or drugs, or human trafficking. Of course not. But this isn't what people voted for, and this isn't what America wants. And they can't take away our country from us. We're not going to let them, because we have the power. And that's really what this is about. So getting rid of him is huge. But all right, let's look at how is he doing. He thinks he's doing okay. He thinks he can still, he's delusional. He thinks he can still, he may have to be removed. And some people said they saw the military coming in and telling Congress to do their job. Some people say the Congress may go blue with these special elections. We're going to look at that. So let's look at. And all this is for entertainment purposes only. Oh, he's on his way out. See that? This is the end. This is the end for him. Okay? He knows in some way, everybody knows, in I remember before my mother passed, 6 months before she passed, she said, "You're a medium and you can talk to me when I'm gone." I was like, okay. And then on Christmas, she was laying on the couch and she put her head up and she said, "You're all going to be okay without me when I'm gone." We're like, "Okay, Mom." And then she got cancer and went very quickly. So, I mean, people know on some level. So he knows on some level that this is the end. This is the end. The end is coming. It's like he knows, but he doesn't know. You know what I mean? It's okay. So yeah, let's look. And I feel like he might have another stroke or a heart attack. Let's look at how, or it could be 25th Amendment. It could be removal. Impeachment will take longer, but that, there's going to be so many crimes. Excuse me, I'm feeling the energy back here, so I'm just clearing it. When you see me touching my face like that, it's what my body knows to clear energy without even thinking about it. So sorry. I'm just feeling his, how is he doing? How is Cankles doing? Oh, he's angry too. Oh, here we have it again. Death card. He thinks if he can fight back, like bombing, starting a war, putting military in the streets, that's why this whole thing feels weird. The shooting is wrong. There's something very strange about it. Okay. So he's fighting against death. The law is coming in. The law is already after him. The polls messages are not good. People are turning against him. Karma is above him. People do not like the way this feels. People don't like the way he is treating the Americans. People don't feel good about him. And he's also kind of delusional in his feminine side. Like he sits there and goes, "Prices are great. Everything's wonderful. It's a golden age." I mean, so it's like a delusional thing. And he seems quite contented with himself. It's weird. But he's going to fight. They're not done. He's not done fighting. Now, that's if you ask him. Let's clear that because I don't want to feel him anymore. Whew. Okay. I'm going to pull a card for an illness. I'm going to pull a card, and it may be that he leaves in stages, gets sick, the impeachment. There's already articles of impeachment out. I just know he's leaving, but I want to know how, or 25th Amendment. Let's pull a card. Which one looks more what those look like at this time? Okay, so show me leaving by health. He's going to try to hold on. He's not doing very well, but he's going to try to hold on. Okay. Show me leaving by impeachment. And do it again. Going back to the old, here we go again. So impeach, we need impeach, convict, and remove. Okay. And show me removal by 25th Amendment. Yeah, I feel like his health is barely holding on. I don't think he realizes, he's not admitting how bad he is. It could be impeached because physical and mental health issues. 25th Amendment from physical and health issues. So let's ask if the House will go blue before the midterms. Okay, wait a minute. Let's ask about this, because this election in Tennessee, December 2nd, is starting to look better. And they should be worried because it's a very red area. Even if the Republican wins, she's only just underneath him in the polls. They should be very worried about that. That's a really bad sign. So when I looked at her before, I wasn't quite sure, and then I thought, no, she's probably not going to win. But things have changed. There's a lot more happening now with, advertisements and people coming in and backing her. And the Republican is very MAGA. He's totally Trump supported, and people don't like Trump. So let's see. Will Afton Bain win her election in Tennessee in December? Will she win? Let me look at her psychically. She's really, really fighting hard. She looks okay. She looks good. Oh, shoot. It's money. They've thrown so much money at this. Trump's successes in the past, balancing. Can she do it? She's just a little bit behind. Can she do it? Oh my God. She's looking much better. This is really looking better. I'm very much more hopeful now. Because before I was saying, no, I don't think so. I wasn't quite sure, but I thought probably not. And I hoped I was wrong. But this looks like, okay. Yeah. So we'll know pretty soon. It's only a few days away. I thought something might go weird with that election. It just seemed weird, but now it's looking better. I think the Democrats are really stepping up here. Okay, that is good. Now, let's talk about this shooting. And my prayers go out to the family members who, had their family member grievously wounded, and the young, is it Coast Guard that was murdered? Wow. I kind of feel like she's like an angel, and she keeps saying she's sorry, like it was her fault. I'm telling her, like, it was not your fault. This was not your fault. Kankles was legally ordered to, and I think it was Hegseth, whoever did this, I guess it's Hegseth, to get his troops out of there a week before this happened. So, and then the day it happened, they filed an emergency order to keep them in. So they weren't following court orders. If they would have followed court orders, they shouldn't have even been there. And this person worked with the CIA, and he also was approved in April by the Trump administration to be here. So I feel like there's some kind of connection. There could be some kind of connection here. This feels like, how when people first said that the attack on Kankles was fake, where his ear was bloody, and I was like, really? But he does this stuff. He stages things. I feel like there's something wrong with the killing of Charlie Kirk. I feel like there's foreign governments involved. This feels like that. I mean, you kidding? If he had his ear shot, his whole half of his head would be gone. You can't just get like a little scratch from a bullet touching you. It doesn't, it could have been a piece of glass from a bullet, but it just feels, it feels like no. There's something wrong with that. There's something really wrong with Charlie Kirk murder, and now here we go again. And Epstein's murder is very suspicious. I mean, Ivana, 2 weeks before her death, she was good friends with Maxwell. Her non-disclosure agreement was going to expire. And Kenkel said 6 months before her death, wouldn't it be a shame if she fell down the stairs? I mean, these are like gangster people for entertainment purposes only. This guy is like, I mean, he's okay with Jamal Khashoggi's murderer sitting there defending him. I mean, you got to look at this and think, I don't trust this. I feel like something was set up here with this shooting so he could keep troops, because he'll do anything to stay in office, anything. So it all feels very hidden. I don't know really quite even, I feel like I need more information before I read on this, but I do feel like there's something wrong. Let's just say, is this a legitimate, was this set up? Was this shooting somehow set up? Was this shooting somehow set up? Something just, was this a setup of some kind to keep the troops in there? Yeah, they didn't want them to leave, and so they did something. Somebody got paid off. Oh my God. It was set up to trick the people. That would be a yes. And this would be a yes. It feels something like foreign lands or something. There's something, these are yes cards. There's something wrong about this. Even if you just want to say, hey, you vetted the guy and your troops shouldn't have been there. So don't throw it all on, and then just blanketly saying, oh, we need 500 more. So what? So more troops can get shot. I mean, it's like you're poking the bear. You're in an otherwise just regular American town. Instead of, helping the police or increasing funding for more, crime prevention or getting people counseling or jobs or helping the economy, which reduces crime, getting people education, give people a chance. They just want to bring more police in. Okay, so that would be better than bringing that, but you're going to bring the military in? I mean, this is just, and they're standing around picking up garbage, and then 2 get shot, and you're going to say, oh yeah, it's Biden's fault. I mean, it's just, it's really, I don't trust it. Okay, I'll say that. Something is wrong. All right. Let's look at some of your questions. I want to say prayers and thoughts for the people of Japan with that horrible fire. All right, let's go to your questions here. And I'm just a home office reader here, and I have my phone. So sorry, it's not looking too professional, but okay. I'm going to go to posts on my community page. By the way, I'm going to be with members if you want to join us, if there's still time. I do every second and fourth Saturday of the month, 12 p.m. Pacific time, for your personal questions and group healings. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, there's 17 questions. Okay. When will the menace be removed? Yeah, I answered that. I think between December, could be December to June at the latest. And it may be that he leaves in stages, like an impeachment starts, a 25th Amendment inquiry starts. He starts failing in his health and not able to be there. So it could be in stages. What is Kamala's political future? I saw her with Rachel Maddow the other day. She's tiny. I didn't realize. She's a brilliant woman. And yeah, so let's look at Kamala's future. I looked at her writing a book. That's what I saw. That's what she's been doing. She wrote a book. What is her future? Is her future in politics? A lot of people really love her. She's, she wants to do something. She still has fire in her, but I feel like she's trying to decide that. She's looking at, what do I do? Where do I go? She was controlled. It was stolen from her. It was corruption took the election away from her. Her future looks very bright. Wow. Whatever she does, it's looking good. Okay, this looks really good. Oh. Uh-oh. She has some loss coming up. Huh. Could that be Joe Biden? No, I don't think so. Wow. There's something coming up for her. Let me look at her psychically. I feel like I see her holding up some material and measuring it like our clothes made out of material is how the image we put out, how we're going to put ourselves out to the world. And I feel like she's looking at different options. Yeah, I want her to be careful because I feel like something could happen. Is that I feel like there could be a death in her family. So I don't think she watches this. I shouldn't probably have said that. But I feel like there's some kind of loss coming. It's not her. I feel like it's somebody gets sick or it could be a political attack. She needs to be careful. Her family needs to be careful. Okay. Let's see. And you can say prayers for her. The Epstein files. So I'm not sure what it says. I don't know how to ask this delicately. My concern is about the Epstein files. There is so much focus on illusionary files that such a complicated system that the real issue of what is happening to young girls is a systematic problem of trafficking and a part of being whitewashed. And I'm not sure exactly what you're saying here or what you're asking. Is there still sex trafficking that's happening? And definitely in other countries. Is there sex trafficking that's happening in America? Well, if you look at the Great Gatsby parties, having women scantily clothed, I'm wondering what they're getting paid, and everybody's supposed to bow down to the dictator. That's not sex trafficking, but it's a form of selling yourself, I guess. selling people out. So is there sex trafficking still in the United States? Yeah. Oh, but it's leaving. Okay. So whoever is doing that, they're on their way out. Okay. We're not going to tolerate that anymore. I know there is in the world, and there are so many countries, and that's kind of a huge hour-long reading. But thanks for drawing attention to that with that question. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, will the Ukrainian children ever be found and returned? Well, I see them. They need a lot of healing. Will they be found or returned, the Ukrainian children? They are going to hunt them down till their last dying day. They want their children back. That would be a yes. I don't feel like they killed them. They're just screwing them up with in their minds. Will they be found? I feel like they are going to be found, and I feel like some of them, most of them, want to be returned and will be returned. My concern is, how are they in their life? Like, will they take this tragedy and use it to become better people and help other people in the world? Or will they turn to the dark side? Will they turn to like their captors and become abusers? That's what I'm concerned about. I do see them being returned, and they're not that hidden away. I mean, they're not that, they're just being, brainwashed by their captors. So that's the problem. What does their future look like? And each one will be a different case. What does the Ukrainian children's future look like? Will they learn and become stronger and better from this, or will they go to the dark? It's a horrible question to ask, but they are strong. They're Ukrainian people, and their parents, they're going to get them back, and they're going to be healed. See the child with the sunlight? Wow. Wow. That'd be a yes. This is a journey for them. My God. That's like a young man. That's like when they grow up. Yes. They're actually going to become like peaceful warriors. So these are yes cards. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm so sorry everyone they had to go through that, and their parents and families, but they're going to be amazing. Okay. They're going to be stronger and braver. It's almost like they know when they hear this propaganda, they know that it's wrong. They want to go home, and they will. Okay. Wow, that's intense. Okay. Sorry, but these are the questions this is real life. Okay. Um, okay. People are asking me things like, my brother passed away a couple months ago. Why? Okay, I would need your name. I would need his name. That's like it's okay. Let me look. Okay, so this looks very strange when I look at it. And, talking about someone's death is not really something I want to do on YouTube in 2 minutes, but I feel like there was something spiritual or a physical person that was working against him. And I'm a shaman, so I see spirit beings. And so it looks like something like that. And I would need to ask you what was going on. I feel like around the chest area, I feel like somebody hurt him. So they might have hurt him emotionally, or some negative energy, or somebody actually, yeah, it feels like some type of betrayal. Okay. Um, I'm wondering if you have any information on interstellar objects in our solar system, Three Eye Atlas. Three Eye Atlas, this is changing, this is a energy that's coming in to change and uplift our consciousness, to bring in, it's bringing, giving people a feeling of peace, to end wars on earth, to shift the consciousness. So this is a really beautiful energy. And I would just, I more can feel it. It's helping people connect with their guides and their higher selves and connect with peace, and helping the shift and awakening our world to a better place. Wow, that's really cool. Okay. Um, Somebody asked, will I ever see my daughter again? I don't know your name. I don't know her name, but um, we'll stay tuned. I mean, it's hard to do a reading when I don't know your name, because I tune in through people's names, sometimes their birth date, or by looking at them. But I'll ask the cards, will she ever see her daughter again? Yes, I get a yes. Okay. Whew. I was afraid of getting a no. I have to tell you the truth. I didn't want to do that, but I did. The guide said, go ahead, ask. I feel like, yes, you will. Now, you may see her in another life. Of course, you'll see her. You have karma with her. Wow, there's a really green energy. I'm channeling like a healing energy here. Okay. You might feel better when you watch my videos, because I'm sending you samadhi. I'm sending you healing, calming energy while I'm doing this. So all time and directions in the future when you watch this video. So a lot of times people said they feel better after watching my videos. Okay. So it's a healing vibration I send. It just kind of happens. It's not like I really do it all the time. I mean, I do consciously do it, but it happens even when I'm not consciously doing it. Okay, so somebody's asking me about who is Metatron. Metatron is an archangel. He's watermelon colored. Some people see him as a lavender. He helps with depression and mental issues, ADHD. He helps with grounding, getting organized. He helps with teenagers, that age group. So it's a wonderful energy to call on. And I will be teaching about Metatron and working with the archangels and ascended masters in my class next Saturday, December 6th. And you can join. It's only $44 for a 2-hour class on, you'll be getting healings and know how to work with angels, and they'll work in tandem with your guides, with the angels and the ascended masters. So it's really cool. Check it out on my my website is sibylharmony.com. So check me out there. Let's see. I've been working with angels for years. I love working with angels, and you can too. Should we take on or let the philosophies still protest, call legislators, but don't take on the burden? Rise up. Yeah. Um, yes, we will fight for, yes, to keep fighting. And you need to be bright. We need to be persistent. brave and keep showing up and keep pushing back. Definitely. Definitely. I was awoken to see what appeared to be a mini star at the end of my bed. When I asked, "Who are you?" out loud, a picture of my deceased brother appeared. I had been asking for my brother to come to me. Well, I guess he did. At this time, I was on a med that can cause hallucinations. I'm surprised if you're on meds that you can see, but you did. Yes, no, it's not a hallucination. That's a spiritual visit. Okay? I was laying down and a little tree like bushes appeared in my perennial. The tree moved like a little rustling in a soft breeze. Then, wait, then a long mauve wispy scarf appeared, floating in the air, moving around. I wanted to prove that it was real, so I reached out to touch it. Next time I went to grab the scarf. It started to zoom and paused me. I was able to grab it, the and the tail end of it, and felt a rip a bit. Then it disappeared. What was that? I was awake. I don't drink. I'm not on drugs. I'm not schizophrenic. Ever since this, I've been working on raising my vibration. Well, it's working. Usually, my past furry friends who have transitioned, ever since I've been working with the raising of vibration a couple times a week, I see something in my perennial vision. The events seem to coincide with each other. Yeah, so you're awakening. Um, what do I think about the bots from other countries undermining our? That's terrible. It shouldn't be allowed. Um, this is contaminating the minds of people having these bots. So at least we know about it, but other people don't. Um, so technology can help us become. I'm talking to you on technology. It can help us become better people. We can use it to in medical arenas and social arenas, or we can use it in a negative way, and that's a definite negative. And we need to pass legislation to stop that. Let me just pull 3 cards. Will we have legislation passed to stop other countries from spreading misinformation? Bots on social media websites? I don't know if we can do that. Can we do that? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely can do that. We need to do that. We definitely need to do that, and we definitely need to do, and we can, and we will. Okay? So that needs to not happen. All right. Yeah. Where is Dan Bronzino? How are you doing? Oh, he is overwhelmed. He is crying. He feels totally betrayed. His wife he really loves his wife. Maybe he has children too. It's about the Epstein files. He's really upset about that. So you're supporting a pedophile. Mm-mm-mm. How the mighty have fallen. Oh, he knows this abuse. He knows this is wrong. He's not a dummy. He's made some bad decisions. I don't agree with any of his points of view, probably, or not most of them. But he knows enough. He's got enough. He knows this is wrong. He's freaking out. He's scared. He doesn't want to say anything because you can get in big trouble. So what is in the future for Mr. Bongino? We'll say like this year. Oh wait, there's only one more month left. We'll say like for the next year. Wait, let me ask them. When are we looking at a time frame? 6 months. Okay. 6 months. Dan Bongino. Oh, he has an agreement. There's some kind of agreement. That might be his wife. Oh, this is bad karma. He's feeling it. I just see him with his hands on his head going, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah, oh my God. What the heck did they do? Yeah. Maybe he's not as smart as we're giving him credit, because look what you did. I don't want to call names. But that's my guys are saying, you doofus. What the heck? So the evidence that the Democrats brought out against the women, he's looking at that going, uh-oh, and now it's coming out. And they think they can stop it? They can't. His illusions are in the past. He was deceived, but that's in the past. He wants to go back to the good old days. That's not going to happen. He's trying to hold on. He's going to try to hold on to his position. What the heck? Hoping against hope. He's going to come forward with some information. Somebody's going to make him an offer. He wants out. He wants out. I feel like he's going to get out. Are you going to start to talk? He's praying on his knees, okay? He knows this is not good. I feel like he's going to get out. He's going to get out of the administration. He's going to come forward with some information. He's going to try to make this right, okay? He's going to try to something. He can't keep doing this. At first, his inclination is to try to hold on. Good luck with that. It's not going to work. He is going to put his best foot forward somehow. I don't think he's committed any crimes, but look at Kash Patel. He's on his way. Oh, he's getting the boot. He's getting out of there. Mm-hmm. Yep. Kash Patel is seeing his last days there. Okay. Hello, beautiful. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, I feel like you need a reading. You're saying you found your father dead Saturday night. What happened? A lot of these things I can give you better information in a personal reading. I probably have some January times open for you. A lot of these people asking about somebody, I feel like you need support, not just 5 minutes here, but on the YouTube. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. Well, I don't see your name. Oh, okay, I do see a name. Wish I could see your picture. Okay. So what happened? I feel like he's grabbing his chest. It was unexpected for him too. I just feel like his soul came out of his body. There's a white energy. It could have been something toxic. There's a white energy. Oh, he's not resolved. He needs prayer. He doesn't know what happened, okay? He's like, so when someone dies suddenly and they're not consciously aware of what's happening, um, they can get stuck in this world. He needs prayers and he needs a crossing over. It's actually not that complicated, but you can really help him with his prayers because he's still in shock. He doesn't understand what happened. Okay. All right. I feel like this is a kind of a blessing in disguise because he didn't have any long illness. There was no pain. Just all of a sudden, gone. And so what you can do, either book a reading with me or go to your local minister or pastor, or if you don't have a church, just start praying for his soul to go into the light. Okay? Tell his soul, your past, you need to go to the light and be at peace. And just let him be at peace. So I'm really sorry this happened. And he's going to be okay. It's just that he's in shock and he needs to not be stuck here. Okay? So this happens, he'll feel so much better. There's no reason for him to still be stuck here. There may be some unresolved issues, but mostly I feel like it's shock. But so we could talk to him. Talk to him yourself. He can hear you. And especially in his house where his belongings are, he's there. He doesn't know what happened. Okay. Okay, let's go. I think we have one more. Okay. My Democrat daughter is running for election to a Republican-held seat in a very red state in Idaho next year. Will she finally win that seat on the third try? I don't have her name. What's your name? Karen? Okay, Karen. But let's have her name. I read all my comments, okay? Give me her name so I can tell people to go vote for her, okay? Not that everybody watches me, but every little vote helps, you know? But will Karen's daughter win her seat? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a yes here. She's working hard. Oh, she's working hard, and this is the new beginning. This is big. The old is leaving. I feel could be a new beginning. Okay, let's see. Oh gosh. She's going to do something. If she doesn't win this, I'm not really clear on this. I mean, she needs to keep campaigning. Ask me again. Let's keep looking at this. Tell me her name. And just because you would need to understand, just because you get a reading of the reader is looking at how is it going now? What are people's thoughts, feelings, and actions? That creates energy. And you can change that, and she can change that by changing thoughts, feelings, and actions, or one of the other, or all of those. So this can change. There's still too much misinformation out there in this area. So she needs to keep it up, and I know she's stepping it up. I know she's doing it. I'm I'm going to say I'm not really clear here, but whatever she does, she's going to do something wonderful. It's going to be great. And she will learn from this. If she doesn't win, she'll go on to do something else. I like her. Okay. But let's change thoughts, feel, say prayers. Everybody say prayers. We need her name. And, you know, get door knockers, I know she's going to be doing that, but this can change. Okay. Or it is already going there. But just because, what I'm saying is, just because you get a reading doesn't mean that's what's going to happen, because unless it's like a few minutes or hours or days before or already happening, because we have free will and things can change. Okay. So sometimes I look at something and I go, this looks like that. 3 years later, I look at it. Well, it doesn't look like that anymore, because they went a different direction in their thoughts, their feelings, or their actions. So it can change. I feel like this is really big. I feel like she's going to do good things. I like her energy. So let's look at this again. Okay. We still have a year, so it's quite a ways off, right? If it's not a special election, I think. Okay. Hey, check out my members at 12 o'clock today. If you're not already, I don't know, if you missed that one, you can be on there the fourth Saturday, or the second, the second Saturday and the fourth Saturday of December, providing it's not, I don't think it's Christmas. No. Yeah. So check that out. Check out my angel class. It's going to be really awesome. And please subscribe and like this video. Thank you for watching till the end. I'm sending you so much love, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.